Hi everyone, so today I would like to talk to you about 5 trends in web design for 2024. So I was thinking about it reading this article from Abhi Chatterjee. I hope I'm not butchering his name too much. I was reading this article and I was thinking, okay, let's see if this could be actually true in 2024. And I just wanted to give you my opinion about it. So let's get started. The first trend he's talking about is dark mode website. I think it's true that we've seen. Actually, I think we've seen dark mode websites since at least 10 years. We've seen a lot of mobile application and websites and web application using dark mode, or at least offering as an alternative to the normal light mode, a dark mode. Now, I don't know if it's going to be bigger in 2024. What is true, and what I've noticed lately, is that we have more and more tech-oriented websites using dark mode by default. One of the most famous is Vercel, which is let's say a platform to host your code, mostly for developers. And this is very famous for its use of black and white design. So I really like this kind of design, by the way, but I don't know if it's going to be seen in other industries. So because I think it works very well for tech, but maybe if you're doing a website about, I don't know, if you're a dentist and you're creating a website, maybe the dark mode like this won't be very a good fit. Because if you're a dentist, I think people expect more white colors, maybe with some blue. This kind of design. So I don't know if dark mode is going to be a trend in general, but for tech-oriented websites, probably. The next trend is talking about is Bento Grid. So first of all, what is a Bento Grid? He's giving us an example here. So as you can see, it's a grid, but instead of a regular grid with just square or rectangles, here we have a more, random grid, which I think it's really nice. It's really nice looking design, but not all kind of websites can benefit from it. I think it works, for example, it works on websites such as Pinterest, or any website that has, maybe a lot of data to show. But this won't be really relevant for, just a business website. So I'm not sure if that's going to be trendy. I don't think it's going to be really trendy in 2024 because it's not something that you can apply on any kind of website. But we'll see. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, and maybe people will find ways to present their website in this kind of layout. Here we have another example. So I think the advantage of the Bento Grid is that it can create variation, in the layout, because we are used to very standardized layout with 12 columns or this kind of layout. So here with the Bento Grid, we could bring some freshness, a little bit more of randomness in the design. So yeah, it could be nice. So let's see. The next one is AI generated imagery. So this is for sure. 2023 was a huge year for AI, and we've seen more and more images created with Midjourney. It makes sense because, for business, especially for small businesses, it's really expensive to hire a designer. So it makes more sense to pay your membership to Midjourney and generate images. I think Midjourney is $12 a month, and you can create really nice looking images. So definitely it's going to be a trend. It's already a trend, actually, I think. And I think it's pretty good, actually, because instead of having very bland stock photo on your website, you could now have very, this one, you could now have very good looking photo, very realistic photo. You don't necessarily need to have this kind of images, like where you have very real stuff, like astronauts picking flowers, but you could also have very realistic photo. I think, to me, so of course designers are not going to be happy with that, and photographers are not going to be happy with that, but I think it's definitely going to be a trend. Like, I mean, it makes a lot of sense for small and medium businesses who don't have a lot of money to spend on design. What I would say is, I'm curious about how, like, because you can do so many things with Midjourney. I think now the next step is to be able to, to make imagery that is consistent for your website. Because if you have a brand, the most important is not only to have good looking photo, but to have images that are consistent throughout your website. So I'm wondering how companies are going to be able to create consistent looking design with AI. To me, it's the biggest challenge that we will face in 2024. Next one is vibrant gradients. So this one, I think I've seen a lot of gradients as well this year. I don't know. I don't know if it's something, again, like the dark mode. I don't know if it's something that we will see in any kind of business. But I've seen it a lot in like tech-oriented websites. So one example I had in mind is wob.com. I think it was a website, like it was a demo website made by some guy. I'm not sure it's actually a real. I don't know if there is really something behind it, but it was like just a demo to showcase what was possible to do with mainly CSS and maybe a little bit of JavaScript. I'm not sure actually what's behind this. But anyway, this guy is making a huge use of this kind of gradient, this kind of design, like you almost feel like you're in space on this website. And when you go here with the mouse, you see the gradient in the background. So yeah, probably we will see a lot of backgrounds like this in 2024. Now, again, like, is it going to be a trend everywhere? I'm not sure. I think actually it's been a while that we've seen that, for example, Apple is using a lot of this kind of gradients. So probably for technologies website, or maybe, I think mostly technologies website, it makes a lot of sense to use this kind of design. So let's see, we'll see, maybe some other kind of industries will find ways to present their website with using gradients. And finally, the last trend is talking about is massive typography. So he's giving examples here, like this one, Framer and JSAP, which I find it's interesting. I think JSAP remade their website recently, because I don't remember this design. So it's probably very recent. And Framer, which is actually, they have a tool that is a competition from JSAP to animate your website. So it's funny that he's taking those two examples. But anyway, it's true that I've seen more and more websites using, this kind of hero section with huge headlines. Yeah, probably it's going to be a trend. Again, I've seen that a lot in Apple, the Apple landing page where they present a new iPhone or a new iMac or whatever, or MacBook Pro or whatever. They usually use huge title like this, and it creates a lot of it makes how to say that, it creates some sort of wow effect when you see the website and when you read. So I think it helps with copywriting actually. So we'll see. I haven't seen that a lot, but maybe I haven't been on the right website. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about those trends. Are they gonna be a thing in 2024? In the meantime, have a good day and see you in the next one.